A useful tool here is alignment. You can align your object or the curved nodes in the scene. For example, I have objects here that I want to alignment them. Okay, for example, we have the object that are different spacing in a horizontal line. First, the object that you want to align, you have to select them all. You can right click and use alignment from here, or you can use these tools and better seeing them by shapes. Align horizontal. It's aligning in this direction. You can see this. This is an object and lines. First, we are using align vertically. Align to the top based on which things, based on align to selection bounds. It means this boundary. And you can make it to the top of this boundary, or at the middle of the boundary of the object, because it's the select bounds, or top, and or distribute vertically. And from here you can auto distribute or turn it off and distribute based on bounding box. Distribute them based on the number that you want here. Change distribute vertically. Nice. You can make it top based on spreads, based on the border of the document. Make it the middle of the document. Spread means whole document. Based on margin, if you create margin, for example, click of the document setup will become, and here is the margin. Then you don't forget, go to the view and show margin. Don't then select everything, and for example, for margin, top up the margin. It's alignment at the top of that. First selection. For example, I have, let's go to the view and turn off the margin. For example, this is my object at the first, and I want to align it based on this object. First selection. You can select it, and then with shift, you can select other object, and this is my first selection. Based on the first selection, it's, for example, I want to align them in the middle of this selection, all others. Boom. Okay, so first, it's nice. The last selection, first selection. That's it. Or if your object are vertically like this, you can select them, and like before, you can alignment to the middle based on the selection, based on the bounding, based on the spreads. For example, you want to snap them exactly in this part, you can make the align to spread, and then to the left. Nice. Or you can simply click and drag it and distribute it, not auto, with the numbers that you can distribute them based on this. Another important tools from distribute is this. For example, you want to make sure that the spacing between these objects are equal. Okay, you want to make sure. In this case, you can go to view. Where was that? Layer, and alignment, and we have distribute here. A space horizontal or a space vertical. Okay, distribute at the space vertical, or what is that? Distribute a space. What is the difference between distribute horizontally, horizontally? As you can see, it could make this space between the object equally. Distribute, calculating the distance between the object based on the center of the objects, but the space is calculating from the geometry bounding box of the object. If you you can change it. For example, from the layer alignment or distribute horizontally. It's change them based on the center of them. It's very important. So a space in a layer is based on the geometry border, and the distribute is distribute, and make sure that the space between them are equal based on the center. And that's it. This is all about alignment. Another thing that you can align the, for example, I draw something like this. You can align these points. For example, you want to make sure all of these points are equally at the line. You can activate alignment based on what? For example, based on this shape. Alignment at the middle, selection bounding box. As you can see, there are alignment exactly at the line. These points are alignment. Or you want to make sure that the space between them is equal, you can go to the layer alignment. You can see the distribution for the points are turned off. You cannot use them. Make sure that, yeah, you can use these tools here. Distribute based on, not auto, based on the numbers here. You can change the distributions automatically. You can use it. And now, as you can see, the space between them are equal. So you can use not only shape, but also all the points. Or for example, you want to make sure that they are on the same line, use this. Look at the shapes. Or for example, you want to make a top based on a spread. Then go snap to the border of that. All points, not handles, okay? All points, not the tangent of this. So you can align. Or you can create any shape like this and close it. Use a fill. And of course, you can use these points and align them. For example, I want to make a straight line, for example, here, alignment. In this case, spread no, based on selection bounds. And as you can see, just these points are changing. That's it. You can use this alignment for everything in the software.